Today we're going to continue on our melodic guitar playing installments. This one's on musical motifs. Now, there are plenty of players who talk about this, notably Larry Carlton, so we're in good company talking about it. What's a motif? Well, a motif is just a musical idea, and that's it, right? So it's an idea. And the idea of using ideas, or of using a simple idea, is that it allows the audience to respond to that idea, right? To think about it, to say, okay, I just heard something, what am I going to hear next? So by using musical motifs, what you can do is play an idea, then play that idea again, maybe slightly different, so that the audience hears the differences. Maybe that difference can be, instead of playing a note directly, you slide to it. Or maybe instead of sliding, you bend. Or maybe you play a slightly different sequence of notes instead of the same thing. Right? So that's all it is. If we think about it at a high level, I mean, think about having a conversation with somebody. If you met them at a party or something like that, and if they just told you their name and then just droned on really fast at you, not giving you a chance to listen or respond, it gets pretty boring pretty quickly, and you want to be out of that conversation. I tend to think it's like that as a listener. When we go into our scales and playing really fast right away, it's hard to engage. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a place for that, but in a lot of times if we're trying to play melodically, or if we're trying to do something other than a rhythmic statement, or other than just play a riff or two, then we'll want to have a bit of a conversation with our audience, okay? So first, where do you get your ideas? Well, I have 3 thoughts on that you can do today. One we'll do in a video. The first thing is listen to players that you like, that you think are good at telling stories with their guitars. So a couple of people come to mind for me, Larry Carlton and Robin Ford. Both of those guys I listen to a lot. Every time I listen to them, I listen to their ideas. They are just wonderful storytellers with their guitars. So that's one way you can do it, right? Pick your favorite and listen to him or her, right? Okay, so that's one. A second one, and this is going to seem kind of goofy, but take a melody that you already know and see if you can integrate it into the progression or the song that you're playing. Now, it can be as simple as like Popeye the Sailor, or Row, Row, Row Your Boat, or Happy Birthday, or it can be drawn from something that you know, from just a song that you know. Like one song I know a lot, really well, is All of Me, right? The old song. Or let's say the great Frank Sinatra version of I Did It My Way. I think a Pal Joey's song. Great. If you want to bring some of that and integrate it into your solo, that's wonderful. Now, you got to be a little bit careful with that one. Obviously, you don't want to do it every time. If the audience listens to you play Pop Goes the Weasel in every solo, they might like it the first time, but after the 10th time, they'd be pretty annoyed. So you got to be a little selective there. The third thing that you can do is actually do it by letting the rhythm and the other bandmates dictate sort of where you go, or give you ideas for what you're going to do. So we're going to try, in the example that we do today, we're going to try doing a rhythmic idea, and then we're going to try a melodic idea, and kind of doing, playing with that melodic idea. Okay? So let's try it. Let's do that. So the chord progression is right out of, it's all in B flat, and you're like, oh no, B flat? I got to play something in B flat? Yeah, but think about it this way. Think about it as G minor. I know you've all played G minor pentatonic riffs, right? If you've done that, you've played in B flat, right? Because B flat major is the major relative to G minor. So if you think about playing in G minor pentatonic, it's basically the same notes, okay? So with that, we can dispense of hopefully the fears here, and we're going to play a riff like this. So really it's 2 chords. It's a D minor 7th and a G minor 7th. And then 2 transition chords back to that D minor 7th. That's an E flat and a B flat. And then you're back to your D minor 7th, okay? All right, let's do it with the backing track now. Let's see if we can get this example. I'm just going to soak in the rhythm first. Come on, here we go. I'm going to try and count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. I think I got it. Now, I hear that snare as well. Let's hear what's beat set on. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's happening on the 2 and it's happening on the 4. That's just stuff I'm noticing, alright? Alright, so let's try and play something nice and simple. Try and play a rhythmic pattern here. Let's start out. I'm just going to use the B flat note because somebody told me this was in B flat. So I'm just going to try and hit that note. Let's come up with a simple rhythm pattern, okay? Here we go. Okay, not bad. Nice and simple. People can understand that one. Now they're going to get bored if I don't play something other than that note. So I'll try playing a pattern. Or I'll try playing some notes around it. Okay? Let's try this. Alright. So that's a pattern. That's an idea. That's a musical motif. Now I can work on that. I can alter it a little bit. I can maybe put it in a different octave. I can play a surprising note at the end. I can change it up. Let's see what we can do. Okay? Here we go. Stop it here for a second. So if you listen to what I was doing there, I was repeating it over and over. It's really just that same idea, but changing it a little bit, changing the end of it. And you can see in the end, I'm transitioning from a totally rhythmic idea into more melodic ideas. And that's another way to kind of build a solo, to take a listener on a bit of a journey to start from one to another. So now what we'll do is we'll do a similar sort of thing, but we're going to work on a theme of a melody. All right, let's play the melody or motif a couple times. Just get your ears used to it. We'll see where we can do with it, okay? Here we go. Very simple melody. Now let's see if we can make it go someplace, okay? Let's try it. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what you can do with just a really simple idea, a real simple melodic idea. It can lead you into other places. which is kind of fun, right? And let the listener come along with you because you're giving them an anchor to hold on to, right? So with the other stuff that I was doing, I was kind of keeping a similar rhythm, and there were some similarities to what I was doing. All right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and it was helpful to you. And let me know if you want more of this sort of thing or to go deeper into it. We'll do it. Okay. Until next time, gang, we'll see you on down the road.